Hi everybody. Hi everybody, welcome back to You Got This. So don't look at the mess in the back, and we're still in the initiative phase where this is kind of like a test trial of this new channel. Anyway, let's get to it. So Floridian category of people. So what do I know? Well, I live in Florida for a while. So let's say last year, before I arrived to Ohio, I lived in Florida for the last 6 years of my life, and 8 years prior to that, I lived in Florida for 5 years approximately. So it's a total of about 11 years, and I live in Florida altogether. So I was not born in Florida. I did not go there when I was little. I did not know anybody, in Florida back then. So my only awareness of the knowledge that I acquired was during the period of the year 2000 to the year 2019. So this is, I can't speak from before, I can only speak from that period of time. So, okay, let me give you the different category class that I have seen from my experience. So we're going to start with the number one. Number one that really stood out with me is this one, the rednecks. Because the number one thing that you will see is lot of motorcycle, a lot of guys with big, huge beard in Florida, lots maybe lots of like Harley Davidson bars, lots of motorcycle bar, lots of redneck pubs where only rednecks are allowed. And there is some type of division where you have the Mexican here, the black here, the white here, and you will never see, and you will have the rednecks in that section. So, and rednecks doesn't say I'm a racist only towards this. That's more of we only include our own, and we don't want anybody from the outside. So that means anybody from the outside of the USA. So I'm only talking about that part. So this is one large category that you will find there. And what are their hobbies? What do they do? So they usually, a lot of them come from hunting, like hunters background. So they hunt. They like to fish. They like to, I think, go on small boat trips maybe. They like to play darts. They like to drink. They like to play pool. They like to get drunk. And they like to get wild. They like to dance, all these things. So we're going to add a little hat. So we do have that cowboy style into them. So we're going to do there. That's for the redneck category. So the next category is the Mexican. And why is because, from the year 2000 to now, there's a huge, huge difference. When I came, I'll say, from where I was, I would say it was maybe 35% of the population. Now it's probably 70% of the population in my location where I was. So, second category. So that's why is it a big, huge mention in Florida, especially because we near Mexican territory. We near places where they can access faster. We have New Mexico nearby. We got the sea nearby. They can come on the boat. So anyway, so and they come and find places they can work. They can work in farms. They can get those jobs where they get the like in the tomato factories, orange factories, Tropicana, all this. So they get all these jobs, those farmer jobs, agriculture jobs, and it allows them to bring their family, to save, to send money out to their people who remain in their country, and um, and they do occupy most of the labor job, and they work extremely hard, and so they are a big part of Florida. So say that's the second category. The next category is the snobs. So this is all over America, but you cannot deny that the snob is not a category. And you know what? There's snobs in Paris and in France too, where I come from. But there's a lot of them in Florida, which means snobs stand for superficial. I'm just going to make that up. On va say negative, or for oppressive maybe, B for bullshitter maybe, S for snobism, I guess. So anyway, what's that mean? That means that they are not open to cultures. They are very ignorant of the cultures and the different race and the different ways of living in the whole world, that they do not want more different people from different cultures to invade their space. They don't accept, they don't approve, not all the time, just most of the time. And they also don't want to be close to or be helpful or generous in any way, which means they don't give. They will give to their own if it makes them look good, but they don't give to people who they consider it less than them or not good enough or just too different than them. So there's that part. So also they are the people who look down on people for whatever reason, and also they're the least compassionate in being. So that goes for that category. So we have 3 categories so far. The next category is so we have the tourists. And then after I'm done with all the category, I'm telling you where they stand and what they are in Florida, I will go again on their attitude that they play. So I will go attitude on category. So right now I'm just kind of describing. So we have a tourist. The tourists are a major part of South Florida because they are what create the aspect of tropical breeze, of a dream paradise, of a vision. They are what brings the economy to the roof. They are what makes Florida the best, the hottest and the best place to go on if you were going to go on a cruise ship, if you were going to go on a week in a 5-star hotel on the beach, if you were going to go swim with a dolphin, if you were going to go, fishing, go on a shark tour, if you were going to go on a helicopter tour, if you were going to go, this huge aquarium, Disney World, Busch Garden, all of this place, and all these huge aquariums, and jet skis and parasailing and just so many things. You have a space center, Kennedy Space Center. You got like so many things you could do. I just probably missing a bunch to attract the tourists to come. So, and when I say tourists, not all just young category tourists. You have also the old category tourists and all the retire who just invested in some apartment house, so the snowbird is starting to reside some months in Florida, but they haven't completely gone to the half and half, or usually to spend their winter in Florida and then go back to their original place. So tourists, what do you have? You have the people who come for the best months of the year. They have the people who come for spring breaks. You got the college students. They got the families. You got people from all over the world who come. So those are the people you will see in lines at attraction parks, water slide places, or just. And so those are the fun people. They completely, how do you say, prone to actually know how the mentality of actual Floridian, the locals. They just come with this like blind shield, kind of like when I arrived in Florida for the first year, I at least last for at least a year and a half. You get that beautiful magical effect vision where you come in, just everything is just extraordinary, magical, and beautiful. So the tourists, they come with this state of mind, and like, or they're just taking a break from the snow, from the cold, from where they're from, and some of them never get to go to a beach. They never get sun. They never even had the feeling of like a hot sunburn on their skin, and they're just very different to them. So, and some of them never went to America altogether. So tourists are the fun people that you get to meet. They do spend a lot of money. They also get ripped off a lot. They get fooled a lot. Um, and yeah, it can go great for them, or it can go where they lose $1,000 or $2,000 coming back home. They give their credit card information to the wrong person. So they do get, scammed a lot by going places like Miami and other places where there's a lot of stores and wholesalers, like retailers and places who tells you, oh, you get the best, diamond, best sapphire, and then they pay 10 times the value of it or something like this. So, tourists. All right, let's go with I'm gonna put homeless. So the minority, just as it's as you hear it, is minority. So it's very small because it's so rich out there that they don't really include much space for the minority. So it's minority is a very tiny groups. The homeless category in the South Florida is very small, but it's also very ugly. So if you know anybody in that category, you step upon this having a need to ask for, help for electric. If you go straight to the center, you might be okay, but don't ever, that's my advice, go towards the church to help. Any type of centers can tell you to put your name down, or any type of welfare help or things like this are horrible. Any type of place like where you're gonna have to wait in line and just because 1 out of 10 you still 0.2 chance to get to actually receive help. And to receive help, you're gonna have to give your soul. You're gonna have to be willing to allow them to walk all over you, your dignity, to crush you. And so I don't think it's really worth it. But anyway, there's no place for homeless over there, so they don't treat them well. They better hide. They're being judged constantly, but let's not just say that all homeless are good. There's also a lot of bad ones who do steal and do create problem. Who do commit a lot of crimes and all this stuff. So it's a half situation. So anyway, it's very small, ugly side world, and we can include the junkyard. worker in there because they're a big part of this, and it's just a world of people just walking all over each other, stealing from each other, you know, hurting each other. Very cruel world, very small, very damaging. So my advice: never go into that part of that tiny little minority part in Florida. So the next it will be the religious big part. So religious has nothing to do with retiree, or have nothing to do with tourists, has nothing to do with anything that I mentioned. It's more of like some type of sect with all these different church. People are very, very religious in Florida. And so they go to 2 or 3 times a week, they go to church. Some are good, some are mostly about tricking people into giving them money. A lot of charity are fake, and they do take all this money and nobody does anything about it, and they cash in so they can go to their vacation pretending to be tourists. So I think in those religious people, there's a lot of corruption going on in there, in this group. They front their profile to recruit the minorities, to get things from them, to just destroy their lives. It's not a really great dynamism in the state. So this is one of the categories. That's the other category. See, someone is watching. Kendall, c'est toi? Kendall! My son. Anyway, so next category, the haters. So we got the haters. Never mind. What? I'm like, nothing. I thought it was you watching over there because I saw it. Not you. Okay, cool. Okay, bye. Okay, so this is... Okay, Kendall, let me finish. This is mainly people who are not happy with anything in their life, not happy with the situation, with the races going on and all this. So you got people who hate on everybody. And so it's a strong force over there. The next one is so we have a sociopath ring over there and predator rings. A lot of people would rather not because it's just bad. Oh, anyway, so this category, Kendall, please just go. This category is a category of the category that's not been revealed or seen because it's usually pretending to be tourists or writing in a retirement community or it's writing as being a preacher in a church or something else. So it could be a teacher or it could be in school. There's a lot of them. It's sad. It's really sad. So they usually they usually have a job in minority communities. Any welfare job. Places like this. That's where you will see those. I'd say this is about 50% of the people in there. So it's pretty bad. And I was just in the last 6 years. I didn't see that beforehand. So as you see, we have a lot of category. And then you have my category, which is the dual citizenship. So we're not immigrant. We belong to both world, country and then USA, and we're a very small category because there's less people who have both nationality, who can reside in one country and any other country without being an immigrant and require green visa. So of course there's plenty of us, but not a very high percentage. So us, we are the people who are always ask where we're from. We never consider it well Americans because in their eyes, if we have an accent, we are never, belong in their country. It doesn't matter how many times you tell them, you grew up in America, going there every single year of life for 17 years. Then your father's American, like my dad was, and you're not American to them. No matter what, your accent's there, it's never gonna leave. You don't belong in America, even if you have dual citizenship. It can really hurt somebody, because I remember spending a lot of time having to explain where I was from for the first 5 years of my life, and I was getting so tired to repeat myself. And I didn't mind the first year and a half. I just got here. I kept saying it, and I was vibrant and happy, and I was just so excited to be in Florida. But after you keep doing the same thing all over and over, and after you've established yourself, you're working, you're going to school, all this. And they don't always mean in a bad way, of course. They just say where you're from, or what's your accent from. And then some people know they're going through the same thing, so they're not gonna annoy you. But I think after 2 years, you repeat yourself, it really gets on your nerves. You just like, it's just kind of like saying, like those Chinese or Japanese or Indian people who've been in America for 20 years, and people are still asking them what race they are, or they're American or something like this, and they can really get in their nerves. So that's what happened to me. I remember it started to really get to me after to always feel like I was an outsider, that some people will make you feel like you don't belong here. So there's that thing, that part, that did you feel like you should not be here, something like this. So it was so. This is the small part. So you don't really know. You sometimes you start wondering which category you belong to because you don't find any category for you. So let's see if I went over every category, and we went through. And then you have the worst one. It's worse than sociopath and predator. It's the zombie sociopath. And this is the worst part that I've seen in the last few years. It's the people who have been so numb and suffer so much from discrimination that they have lost every touch of humanity in their soul, and they have decided and it was better to have no feeling at all, and to look for pain everywhere they go, look for the ways they could hurt to gain whatever they want to get. And so that's sad. I'd say a lot of them are Mexican, or El Salvador, and they have been hurt for so long that how I'm going to call them, the zombie sociopath, yeah, since a young age, and they didn't get the healing, they didn't get psychologists to help them, they didn't get help. They went through a huge, enormous amount of pain as they grow up. So sometimes by the age of 13, 14, 15, they're at the point of non-return. They already they suffer too much, and they didn't get the help, so they already turn into zombie sociopaths, where they have to basically try to act like a normal person, enjoy normal feeling, pretend they have emotion and feeling, but they truly don't. But that's a side category. So because of because of the discrimination. So I think I got all the category. Did I get the retirement? Oh, I think I'm missing. Oh, yeah. Did I think I'm missing the retirement? Oh, yeah. So that's the last section we're going to do. So the retirement community. So what's community? Retirement community. Basically, those are the people who have worked their whole life to save, and now they're ready for sunshine life with, the hot tubs and the buffet, and the beaches, and and just great on the sun, eating their hamburgers and hot dogs, and watching football or soccer, or, and enjoy all the great part of Floridian and the excitement and the food and the cool things that they can do and go on cruise off town and all of this stuff. So this is a retiree, and they get to live in the quiet zone, quiet places. And now they deserve it. They work their whole life for it. They are invested, and Florida is the richest state in America. So, if if they can afford it, they will have a good life. Not counting the beautiful sight that they do have there, and beautiful place to explore, beautiful restaurant on the water. I mean, you get money, you can have it good. So I said that I was going to go back to each category now to talk about the attitude briefly. I'm going to go briefly on the attitude. Let me shut that down. Okay, so I'm going to restart from the first one. So retirement community, let's talk about the attitude in Florida. I think they're pretty quiet. They're generous. They're the one who always donate to charities. They're the one buying to support causes, or they get food often because they're old. They're the one who goes to theater and enjoy what they never had their whole life. So, and most retiree in they're not necessarily people who go to church. They're just sweet people. A lot of them just came from basic, second class, situation, and they found their way up to the top. So I'd say good attitude. Zombie sociopath attitude, zero. Attitude zero. So, Carol, is that you commenting on my video? So the attitude is really bad. They basically they like animal watcher, predator, looking for sad emotion, somebody suffering, somebody who's sensitive, somebody who's gone through something. Maybe they're going through cancer, they're going through anything really bad, somebody who just lost somebody. They don't care where the pencils come from. They're looking for anything with somebody's struggling with something, and they just like bees. They have razors, or like ants, little antenna, and they just go there and they try to just add some more to their pain. For somehow, if they do that, the more they can procure more pain out there, the maybe better they might be. But if they don't refuel, they will have a feeling of they will get more fear, more insecurity, all this stuff. So we have to maintain that. So the attitude I think our attitude is more a bit good. It depends on the person, of course, because we now coming to discover the other part of us, the other we feel like we're going towards some kind of accomplishment because we get side of one member of a family also. Sociopath and predator. So the attitude is really hard to describe because in general, public, they're very charming. They present themselves as great people in the community, great supporters, great leaders. But that's not really how they are and what their intentions are. So it's really hard to describe their attitude. If you actually know, if you're able to discover their real attitude, I will say it's more of a very cruel, sick, manipulative, controlling attitude, I guess. The haters, always a space for more hate somewhere. Okay, Kendall, please. The religious attitude, I found out that 80% of them wants us to become religious like them. So if you're religious and you religious because of something you always done and you believe in your religion, that's wonderful. I've got nothing to say about this. But if you need to force other people to be into your religious, and that's the only way to live, and it's different. Minorities, homeless, junkyard attitude, a very poor attitude of constant negativity, constant blame, constant entitled, like, I need this, I need that, give me that, it's all of your fault. Tourist. Positive, good attitude. Not so good attitude. I think they come with good intention and good attitude because they come to work to feed their family, to build a future. They're really hard workers. Some are very sweet, but a lot of them are really sensitive too, and they don't always get the mental health and they get. So sometimes their attitude went from very sweet to either very aggressive or they don't know how to protect themselves from their feelings. So sometimes it comes across as they feel like they need to laugh at other people or make fun of other people. And so that's what I found out about them. It's because the lack of education, maybe, or the lack of, the receiving service and they need it. And so the attitude of them, it's the attitude of, don't come near my territory. Don't cross a territory. Don't come in here. You can walk by in front, but don't come in a circle. That's what it is. And that was the Freudian category for you. So that's it. That's the end of You Get This. So please come back for another episode.